Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to do this really pretty soft look. This will also include my eyebrow tutorial. So first thing you want to do is use your spoolie and spray it with setting spray. The reason for this is so that way your brows stay in place. So we're going to kind of brush the brow upward. Next, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. I'm also going to be using a flat tip brush. I'm going to start by underlining the bottom of the brow with the flat tip brush. Then I'm going to move above the brow and line that as well. Now I'll move in and start filling in that half of the brow. Next, very lightly, go towards the front of the brow and start lining. Now, as you can see, I'm trying to keep my hand very light when doing this. We want to keep this brow looking as natural as possible. As you can see, the brow is starting to look very dark and we definitely do not want that. So next I'm going to take my spoolie and I'm going to really spoolie upward in the front of the brow to create the most natural look. Then I will take the back of my brow with the spoolie and kind of spread it out a little bit and lighten it up. So next thing I'm going to use is my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is a wonderful concealer, especially for using this for your eyes and eyebrows. So I'm going to underline under the brow, and then I'm going to also line above the brow with the concealer, and I'm also using a flat tip brush for this. Next, you want to take your blender bulb and you want to kind of blend out that concealer on your eyelid. So just take it and kind of blotch it on there. Then take your spoolie and go upward in the front of the brow to create the most natural look. This is our last minute final touches that we're doing. Next thing I'm going to be using is my Shape Tape once again. I'm going to take my blender bulb and a little bit of the Shape Tape concealer and I'm going to blend that onto my eyelid so that way it creates a better look for my eyeshadow. I'm going to line the outer part of my eye with Scotch tape to keep from making a big mess. Now I'm going to be taking the color Creamsicle by the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I'm going to just lightly put it in the corner area of my eye and blend upward. Try not to blend into the inward part because we're trying to create a very soft, natural look. We don't want it to look too dramatic. Now I'm going to be taking the color Pewter by Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I'm going to be doing the same exact thing and make sure you blend it together really, really well. Now moving on to my Morphe Nature palette. I'm going to be using a very, very light brown color for this. I'm going to be doing the same exact thing as before, just going in the corner and blending it all together very nicely to create that really soft look. I'm going back in my Morphe palette of Nature, and I'm going to grab a little bit of a darker brown, and we're going to go kind of in the bottom outer corner with this color. I'm also going to be moving on to the next color, which is a shiny shimmer color. It's also in the Morphe Nature palette. They actually do not have names, so I cannot tell you the names of them, but I do know that it is in the Nature palette in 350. Next, I'm going to be taking a cream color. It's also in that Nature palette by Morphe, and we're going to be using that for the top part. Next up, I'm going to be using my Morphe gel eyeliner and my flat tip brush. I'm going to ever so slightly line the bottom part of my lid. We don't want to make anything too crazy, don't want to do a wing or anything like that since we're going for a softer look. Then I'm going to line the outer part of my eye very little. I already applied my false lashes, so next up I'm going to be using my Younique primer. I'm going to use a little dab on my finger and just wipe it all around my face, and this will help your foundation look so much better. Next, I'm going to be using my L'Oreal Paris Matte 24-Hour Foundation. You can get this from Walmart for around $10. I've used quite a few foundations and found that this is one that I really love, and it has fantastic coverage. I'm also going to make sure that my blender bulb is a little bit damp because it's going to help the foundation go on much smoother. So just going to kind of dab that all around your face until it is completely covered, and then we'll move on to the next step. So next I'm going to be using my Airspun neutral color powder. I'm going to be using a soft brush and just going to kind of brush that all around my face. For my contour palette, I'm in love with the Morphe 9C. I'm going to be using a darker color. It's actually in the middle. We're going to start by lining some of our cheekbones right kind of below it. And you're just going to kind of dab it around there and blend it in really nicely. Now we're going to take a flatter brush and we're going to contour our nose. One of my favorite things about contouring is we can hide so many things like double chins, just anything really. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of line below our jawline to create a thinner look so your face doesn't look as big, and you can kind of eliminate the double chin area. So next thing we're going to do is start blending out the contour. I'm going to take both of my fingers and I'm going to just kind of rub downward. I believe this is better than using a brush. I've always liked to do this with my fingers. I think it blends it better. And then we're going to take a contour brush and we're just going to kind of go into a circular motion. Make sure you're using pressure behind the brush, and we're just going to blend everything in really nicely. So I am in love with the Airspun translucent powder. We're going to be taking our blender bulb and we're going to be setting the face with this powder. So you want to kind of go in the areas that you want to illuminate and kind of make them pop. So we're going to go below, a little bit below the jawline. We're going to go under the eyes, down the nose, and then in our T-zone. So after that's set for about 5 minutes, we're going to take our very light brush and we're going to very lightly brush off this powder. We do not want to press hard because we don't want to lose it. We want to leave as much on as possible, but to not where it looks cakey. So we're going to very lightly brush it off. So for our highlighting palette, I use the Flower highlighting palette, and we're going to use a golden color today. We're going to kind of highlight the areas where, when you're taking a photo, the areas that pop the most. So this is going to be on the sides of our face as you can see exactly where I'm putting it. And then we're going to kind of make our nose area stand out and shine. And then now we're going to take our kabuki brush and blend everything in really, really well, because we don't want too dark of a contour, anything little that we might have missed. We just want to blend it all really nicely. So next, I'm going to be taking the NYX Lingerie Liquid Lipstick. I'm going to put that on my lips first. And then I'm going to be using a Younique Lucrative Golden Lip Gloss to kind of give it that glossy effect, because this is a matte lipstick and I want to go for a softer look. So that is all for this nice soft look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I hope it helped you all. If you could, please share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.